Yo, what's up? HTM Live on Spotify, Apple, and of course, right here on YouTube. If you ever want to watch HTM Live, you can check it out on YouTube. We got a new schedule coming up because the Saints are coming up. So we'll be live. I don't know if everybody's getting all this, but anyway, new schedule coming up. We'll be live after every Saints game. It's usually no longer than an hour after the last snap, so just keep that in mind. But anyway, new schedule coming up, a lot of new shit coming up. Let's talk Saints football. Spread quarters.
Yo, Devin, it's Jeffrey, man. What's going on?
Jeffrey, what's up, bro?
What's up, man? Dude, I just got back from Cleveland. I went to SummerSlam this weekend.
Nice. That's lit,
yeah.
Bro. I mean, that had to be fire.
Oh, my goodness. Let me tell you something. I couldn't hear myself scream when Roman came back.
Yeah. And
that's how loud it was.
And he did the right thing. He planted Sokoa right in his head and walked out. That was perfect.
Yep. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
So, and then also, it was a good card. I enjoyed it. You know, the Dom Mysterio, Dirty Dom, doing his turn, finding new love.
What a lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, dude. And then even the Finn Balor turn was fire. So
yeah, no, that was great.
The worst match to me, which is sad, but the worst match was Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. They just didn't do enough. I mean, they built this thing up for a year and they didn't do enough.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think they chose the right winner, though. I mean, if I was writing it, I would have had Drew win it as well.
Yep.
So, man, dude, but I rated it like a 9.5 out of 10, obviously, or a 9 out of 10. The CM Punk Drew McIntyre match, like you said, it didn't live up to what it was. And then Braun beating Sammy in 6 minutes, I thought was a little ridiculous.
Just a bad feud. Just not the right feud for Braun Breaker. I mean, Sami Zayn love him to death. Just not the right guy.
Right. Yeah. Well, what's been going on with the Saints this weekend? Any new news or no?
Oh, we about to have a full show. I mean, I'm down to talk about whatever y'all want. You know, obviously SummerSlam just happened, but you know, the Saints got a lot of news. Saints injuries piling up. You know, I'm not just trying to start negative. It's just the facts. I mean, Nick Underhill quoted it in one of his blogs recently. Saints injuries are piling up. And on another note, there's a lot of great talk about these backup quarterbacks. Spencer Rattler, Jake Hayner, a lot of great. I mean, it's going to be fun.
That's the only thing I heard. I heard Rattler had a pretty good weekend. So, well,
every time I pull up the internet, now I know it's the internet, and I know that we in a situation where a majority of fans don't fuck with Carr, and you know,
right.
All it takes is one guy to throw one ball, and we on his side. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but every time I pull up the internet, Spencer Rattler is throwing another bomb. Spencer Rattler is doing good in camp, as per all these people who are at camp. So I don't know. I've seen dudes go from, hey, this is a rice grain in the pan, as far as his chances of being something for the Saints, to now those same dudes are saying, hold on, maybe these next 2 years we mold Spencer Rattler, maybe not even 2 years. So, I mean, that's how good he's looked, supposedly.
Right. Well, hey, whatever works out for him. God bless. It wouldn't be a Saints season without 30 injuries.
Okay, but let me just say this. I mean, I am so on board for this 5th round pick, Spencer Rattler, just somehow being the future quarterback of the Saints. Don't have to happen this year. Don't have to happen next year. But if that's how they thinking, I'm all for it.
He's gonna play, because you say this all the time. Derek Carr usually gets hurt in the game like 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah,
he's gonna get some playing time this year.
Yes, he will.
Well, anyway, man, I'll see. I'm gonna open up the line.
All right,
who dat?
All right, Jeffrey. Who dat? Yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of the news is. By the way, we live using AT&T Fiber, baby. We up to 6,000 video bitrates right now. That's a spread quarters record. I'm crisp. I'm the most crisp Caucasian you've ever seen on a live stream in New Orleans, bro. Let's go. Spread quarters.
Hey, Devin. I was actually wanted to call in and talk about the quarterback situation. Everything, that I've been seeing is that, typical inconsistent play from Derek Carr. And you're right, Rattler and Hayner look like they're doing a lot better, but they cut Nathan Peterman. They should have cut fucking Carr from the team, because I can tell you right now, Rattler and Hayner are going to get a chance, because there's no way that Carr is going to finish out the whole season.
Now, playing devil's advocate here. Now, the reason why Hayner and Rattler probably look good too is because they play in second and third team. But also keep in mind that they got the second and third team offensive line, which, godly, I could not imagine snapping a football behind that line. A second team Saints offensive line?
Well, I tell you, I think this year's offensive line is going to be worse than last year. And I think that letting go Andrews Pete is biting them in the ass now. They may have not thought Andrews Pete was the number one player anymore, but if nothing else, he was at least a serviceable backup that could have stepped up into the starting role. I mean, they signing guys off the street right now.
Well, as it sits right now, you got a lot of injuries too. So you got Lattimore still sitting out. You got Shaheed sitting out. It's the St. Brown guy who goes to Dragos for a taste in New Orleans. He's sitting out. Bub Means, Kendre Miller's still out, and then this is another one. Nick Saldiveri is sitting out of practice right now, who is supposed to be one of your guards.
Yeah, and I said last week, what is this? Does anybody look at the strength and conditioning team, a team from the Saints, like during the off season? Like, what are these guys doing? Just sitting on a couch all year, and then they come out there and start getting hurt? I mean, you think they'd have some kind of program to at least keep these guys in some kind of shape to sort of prevent these injuries. I mean, this is really ridiculous.
It is, but you know what? We about to play the 49ers on August 10th in preseason, so all this shit ain't gonna matter no more. They could hurt 1,000. They could hurt 1,000 players. Guess what? The season's gonna roll on. It's still gonna be called football, and you got to go and play.
Absolutely, bro. I tell you, we all know this. That first Carolina's game is gonna tell us a whole lot about how the season's gonna go.
It's gonna tell us, well, yes, but also, that's the game that I've been saying for months. That's the game that Derek Carr's got to show his ass and start the season out on a good note. Nobody has more motivation to prove their haters wrong on the planet. One of the top 5 dudes on the planet who has the most motivation to prove his haters wrong, Derek Carr.
Well, yeah, but does he actually have the motivation? That's the thing. I don't think the guy does. Like, I've been saying since the last year too, just like mob caller, like Derek Carr is not the answer to this team. He's a mediocre quarterback at best that they plugged in there. I hope that Hayner or Rattler emerge, and I hope that the Saints coaching staff has enough sense to let these guys take the reins, because Carr is not the future of this team.
All right, but we got to roll. We just got to roll. We got to roll out there. We got to put the team out there and see what happens. I've been saying this.
Yeah.
All right, I got to go.
All right, who that?
We got to, come on. This is like you're about to get on a tower of terror. You're like one person before you get on the tower, and you're like, oh, no, I'm just going to roll out. No, you got to go ride the ride. You got to go ride the ride, motherfucker. Call me 504-265-0025. As we edge closer to the NFL season, we finding out more about who's doing good in training camp, who's not doing that good. We just wait. We're just waiting to see if we are right or wrong. Spread quarters.
I want to quickly get this out of the way. Raise up our ones with the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, the rightful tribal chief. And secondly, there was really only one move during the cuts that I really didn't like, and it's a tiny one. And I just wasn't a fan of Nathan Peterman getting cut, and I'll explain why. Because, God forbid, Derek Carr gets hurt. and Rattler isn't good, right? God forbid that happens. We don't know what's going to happen with Hayner. He's dealing with skin cancer right now. So wouldn't it make sense to have another quarterback on the roster that's familiar with the playbook?
Yeah, but keeping 4 quarterbacks is psychotic. Second thing is Jake Hayner is going to get that skin cancer cut right out, and, I'm just being honest here. Like, that's going to get cut right out, and he's definitely going to, if you're worried about if he's going to, be alive for the season, yeah, he's going to be alive. Dude, that's getting cut out. Hayner will be ready. Rattler, all they doing is talking good about Rattler. So, Peterman, no, I think if anything, Peterman was taking snaps because you want these two guys to be the solution of your question. You want Hayner and Rattler to get the most snaps possible. You don't want Nathan Peterman. Nathan Peterman, he done went to several teams and shown how garbage that motherfucker is. So I think he was just taking up air. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you're right on that.
Right on that. Don't get me wrong. Like Saints legend, Nathan Peterman, but it came to an end.
Devil's advocate, Nathan Peterman. He's not the best quarterback in the world, but he's familiar with Dennis Allen, John Gruden, their offense that they run. You're right. You're probably right.
That's
want to call in and say SummerSlam, all-time great pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Probably the greatest SummerSlam of all time.
Oh, I don't know about that. I can't nod my head at that.
All right, just look into it. Triple H era has officially begun. It hasn't begun, but it's still rolling. And in October, Bad Blood might be even better than SummerSlam. You might can quote me on that.
I'll definitely not forget this. So just call me back.
All
right, dude.
See you, Deb.
Later. I've watched a lot of SummerSlam, so I'm biased. It's hard for me to pick anything from today in wrestling compared to 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. There's no way. I watched match for match, word for word of SummerSlam last night. There's just no way. My boy had some hot takes. The first hot take at the gate was the Peterman, because the last motherfucker we need on this roster, let's be honest, is Nathan Peterman. Spread quarters.
Yo, what's up, Dev?
Yo.
How we doing?
Yep. Doing good.
I wanted to switch off the Saints for 2 seconds. Are you proud to be an American, man?
I am, bro, especially after today, because since the existence of humanity, what does two people always compete with? Hey, do you want a race? Can you beat me in a race? Well, guess what?
100 meters.
Today,
100 meters flying.
Let's go, baby. Today we proved USA is the fastest motherfuckers in the good old-fashioned foot race. And that makes, dude, it gives me goosebumps, bro, because
by literally a hair on his shoulder.
But
was that not entertaining too?
Yeah, and I love it, dude, because it's like USA, bro. We eat all this, they all these other countries frown upon what we eat and all this shit, blah blah blah. Shove that right up your European, Brazilian, Jamaican, whatever ass, motherfucker.
And then that dude won. Shout out to Mount Carmel. What about that little girl that they're in the knockouts now for the women's volleyball? Did you see that? Do you know about that?
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't watched as much as the Olympics as I anticipated, but I was locked in to that foot race
for track and field. Yeah,
I watched a little fencing this morning. I woke up, I hit the bong, I watched a little fencing, and that shit was fire.
Fencing is pretty fun.
We don't have a fencing team, huh? Do we?
We do. We won a gold. I think we won the team gold in something this year because I think it was ladies because they were like crying. It was the first time ever.
Damn, I'm gonna have to rewatch that because when I was watching, it was like Italy versus somebody else, and I was like, damn, I hope we got a fencing team.
Yeah, like somebody came in bronze today for individual, but like team, I think the ladies won it for the But no, they got a little girl that went to Mount Carmel. Well, I guess she's not really little anymore. But she went to Mount Carmel, and she's playing on they do twos for beach volleyball. And she's playing, and they swept their group, and they're into the knockout stages. They play the round of 16. They play their match tomorrow. I think it's at 11 or 2 or 3 p.m. our time tomorrow. But and then they have another group they won today. So I like that. I like the beach volleyball. That's one of the most favorite to me. And they got it right under the Eiffel Tower. It's so cool. Like the stadium is right there.
Yeah, no, I'm
got that in the background.
For me, it's just there's so much shit going on, man. Seriously, the Olympics, I just forget. Like, dude, I'd love to know somebody who's sitting there watching every single thing because I don't know how you do it.
Well, what's cool is how they did it this year. They got the multi shit on. They got the multi shit on the Peacock, so you can have multiple events on at once.
Okay. Shout out Peacock.
But they definitely are pulling the leg weight until the NFL season starts. You know, that's holding us over, and I'm thankful for that.
Me too. But I feel what you're saying. Me too, man.
I think it's funny to the Saints. I think it's funny that a lot of these writers were shitting on Spencer Rattler, and I was singing his praises, and then now all of a sudden they're like,
"Hey, that tone's changing. That tone's changing."
Yeah, right.
I wrote that down.
I
wrote that down. I saw some dudes who were like, "Yo, don't be like." Buying into this Spencer Rattler internet shit. Them same dudes are like, yo, this dude could have a future.
Like, hear me out, bro. I don't think Mahomes played the first 2 or 3 years. What if he is a?
Nah, Mahomes. I mean, I don't know. You might be right, but I think you're wrong. Just because I think Mahomes sat maybe 1 year behind Alex Smith. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He gives me the same vibes.
He does look like who did I say? He looked like if Mahomes and Brady had a baby. That's what he kind of looks like.
Jeez. I mean, hopefully, bro. I would love to get a franchise quarterback with what round did we get him in? I can't remember now.
5th round. Rocking number 18, Spencer Rattler, baby. I mean, it's not.
I mean, I might need a jersey.
Yo.
I might need to go do custom jersey.
Saints fans are in that predicament right now where we don't really know whose jersey to buy. You know what I'm saying? It's a shitty spot.
That's a big issue. That's a big issue right now. Thankfully, I have the Kamara. Had that the whole time, but trying to pick that next one, you know?
Right.
Hopefully it could be a right. Because I'm not going to, but I don't think anybody wants to see a Carr jersey, even in the store, very much longer.
All right, my brother. I just saw a wild comment. I'm gonna go ahead and read it.
All right, who that? Go Tigers! I'm ready for that shit too. Let's get it.
Tigers! Let's go, baby. I see Jeffrey, come on, bro. You gotta let this die. He said, "I'm gonna say this. Both of these, I saw both of these events in person. This year's SummerSlam was better than WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans. Now, I don't know if you're talking about the WrestleMania New Orleans where Taker lost his streak." Or the one after, because I was at the one after that, and that was not that fun. If you're talking about the Taker one, come on, man. Yesomania? Jeffrey. Sprite Quarters. Hello?
Yeah. What's up, brother? East side coming at you. What's up? I'm semi-vertical. What's up, man? What's the wild comment? Was it the wild comment I put, or what you about to read?
No.
Just read?
It was just a hot take about SummerSlam. Jeffrey, man, he thinks SummerSlam was the greatest event he's ever seen.
No. He's a mark. He's definitely a huge mark. Dude, we got to go with 98 SummerSlam. Stone Cold versus Taker.
That's probably my favorite one. That's my favorite one. I already know the cover. I already know which one you're talking about.
The Highway to Hell, the build-up. Oh, my God. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's keep it a buck.
I love that.
No, but look, my previous caller, shout out to Nuss, no doubt, MC Club Great. But look, like I said last week, we got to give love for Morgan City's own, the real Tootie, Vernon Norwood. That boy, they ran in that the mix relay. Two guys, two girls. They did well, and what a day! I mean, look, East Bank. How about this? The East Bank Little League. Come on.
Hey.
They won the U.S. ship. Come on, baby.
No, this was a big day for America. This is a big day for America.
East Bank.
Yeah.
Can I get a hacksaw Jim Duggan? Oh,
Hell yeah.
man,
Hell yeah.
get your 2x4. But yeah, the thing about pinning, like let's Saints football, the pinning don't have that nastiness to them, dude. You don't have that Kyle Turley. I got tats on my sleeves. You know, his haircut is just looks like, you know, soft, right? It just looks like not intimidating. You know what I mean? You don't have that Richie Incognito type tenacity, right?
Yeah, he needs to get something. There needs to be something, right? Like he needs to like burn his arm or something. Like maybe like brand his arm. I don't know, man. Something's got to happen.
Right, you know, shave an eyebrow, something, right?
Well,
something of wildness, of nastiness.
You know what would revive the if Penn went to like a Pels game during the season, like smashed a beer and then like took it and like threw it on his head. You know, like shit like that. That Penn needs to really embrace the hate. I'm in total agreement, but just make sure it's not a glass bottle like that kid that did the glass bottle, double stone cold in the pool. Not that guy, but yeah, I know what you mean. I'm with you, bro. 1,000. As a kid, I used to get on top of those. I don't even know what they call, but it's like the green things, like the green electronic box things in front of everybody's house. I don't know what they are. I never did. It was like it was in front of every has like this green box thing.
It was small. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like a sewage type tank ordeal. Yeah.
I used to stand on top of that with 2 Cokes in a can and just smash them in stone. Dude, I probably did it like almost every day. I was just stone cold enthusiast.
Now you got me thinking about like RC Cola, Cherry Coke, or like how much the sugar content in that was aspartame. We're talking about 75 grams of sugar per serving at least. You know they lied on that can. It had to be at least 75 grams.
But you know what? At least we could say we lived in a time where nobody even looked at the label or sugar. Like nobody cared. Like people were buying RC because it was cheaper than Coke. And we needed to get some Coke in the house, so RC. Yeah.
And how about Surge making your little wee smaller, right? How about that? That's bogus information.
First time I ever jacked off was on Surge.
X-rated.
I'm telling you.
He's keeping it real. Hey, that's a confessional right there. Mark it down. That's
J-Lo and Surge, boy, it's a crazy combination.
Yeah, all I want is Fruitopia back. Bring back Fruitopia, please.
All right, bro.
I got to go. Somebody's at the door. Hey, keep it real. Keep it 1,000. Stay hydrated, motivated, caffeinated. Later.
Well said. Undertaker lost. Yeah, WrestleMania 30. So, Jeffrey, you were right. This SummerSlam was better than 34 because I was at 34. I was actually with a girl I was dating. She was from Cutoff, Louisiana, and I was there for like 6 hours at WrestleMania 34. It was miserable. Not even because of her. It wasn't a good event. It wasn't a good event. Give me a call, 504-265-0025. Just while we kind of waiting on the next caller, I'll let you know I have merch, Better on the Beans, in the shop. The link's in the description, htmsports.com/shop. And then I also got the foam finger with the spork, with the Arby and All Day Spork merch, htmsports.com/shop. And we got new HTM Live merch coming soon, hopefully within the next month. We're working on some designs right now for that. Let's go to the chat. Yeah, Delaware Punch I definitely liked more than Fruitopia. Wasn't a big Fruitopia. I feel like people on the North Shore drank Fruitopia. Anytime you remember how I used to go to the vending machine and some of the drink or a lot of the drinks would be out? Like you couldn't hit it because it was sold out. Well, Fruitopia was the drink that was always there. So if that makes sense to you, that makes sense to you. Fruitopia was always there because nobody wanted to drink that shit. We rather drink anything else. And look, dude, we had the best drinks in the vending machines, bro. They don't got the balls to put fucking Mountain Dew in a vending machine no more, dude. They just don't. Spread quarters.
What up, Dev? I'm back. I'm going to behave myself. I just want to ask, what's your favorite wrestling moment?
My favorite wrestling moment?
Yeah, favorite wrestling moment.
For me, it's probably when Stone Cold pulled up It was when WCW invaded WWF. And Stone Cold pulled up. You already know where I'm going with this. Stone Cold pulled up in the '99 F-150. What a body style F-150, by the way. And he pulled up with a pool cue, and he started whooping everybody's ass from the fucking parking garage to the ring. And when I tell you he whooped everybody's ass, I mean, dude, he might have stunned 20 people that night. Just it was like the epitome of why Stone Cold was so loved. He was so like, just everybody loved him because he was that guy, bro, that wasn't going to put up with no shit. He's going to roll up, get right out the truck, whoop everybody's ass from the parking garage to the ring. And it was that moment where, you know, as a wrestling fan, as a kid, you know, I'm watching like WCW is invading WWF. Here comes our hero, Stone Cold, to put that shit on hold.
Yeah, I'm a bit on the younger side. I'm only 22. So for me, it's probably Bryan winning at WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's a great moment.
Or Cody winning at 40.
Talking about this past WrestleMania?
Yeah, this past one. I only recently got back into wrestling.
Listen, my boy. Look, first of all, I appreciate you calling. I love it, right? And call back anytime. But this is what I want you to do. I'm going to give you something to do. Bro, go to Peacock.
All right.
I'm not saying this because I'm just an old timer or whatever. Dude, go to Peacock and pull up 1998 through 2002, 2003.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is really dive into that, bro, because to say that Cody Rhodes winning at WrestleMania, I know this is your personal favorite, but man, dude, there's just no way. You know what I'm saying? Like even my thing about Stone Cold, like there's better moments than that. That's just my personal. But dude, brother, invest in those moments, bro, because there was so many. There's so many, and then call me back whenever, next week or whatever.
I got you, Dev. I'll look into it.
Yeah, dude, do that, bro, for real. Because I don't want you to live your life and die thinking Cody Rhodes winning at 40 was because there's just no way. There's
All
no
right,
way.
I'll look into it.
All right, brother.
All right, see you, man.
Take care of yourself later. Holy shit. What about when Hogan turned? You know, that's probably the best moment universally of all time, when Hogan went heel. Hogan was never a heel. People were looking at Hogan as the same way that they look at Cena, as in, dude, we will never see this dude go heel. And he went heel. He went heel on TV, but he also went heel in real life, leaving WWF and going to WCW and then turning heel. So, you know, and he had a run where he was a babyface in WCW, don't get me wrong, but like him turning heel, that had to be the big, nobody, you know. When Sting joined the Wolfpack. Yeah, no, Ed, I see you in the chat. Mayo, you ever want to go to UFC? I got you covered. Yeah, no, I want to go to UFC every day. I think about that every day. Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon. It's all right, man. I'm not, you know, he's 22, bro. I mean, he can only see so much in 22 years, but he's definitely got to watch. There is some newer moments that I did like. Don't get me wrong, especially since Bray Wyatt has passed away. You know, I look back on that Bray Wyatt, John Cena, COVID, WrestleMania storyline and thing that they put out during. That was a production. That was creativity at its finest. That was one of my favorite moments in wrestling history, and it wasn't even no wrestling really in it. It was just straight creativity. That's why I loved Bray Wyatt, because he was so creative, bro. John Cena, too, had a part in that. Angle with the milk truck. And, of course, Stone Cold with the beer truck, with The Rock and the corporation. Eddie Guerrero winning the world title. That was a great moment. Everybody was so happy. Y2J Jericho countdown. When Tyson clocked Shawn Michaels. Yeah, and that was 97. Booker T versus Stone. Hey, Rusty, I see you, bro. Booker T versus Stone Cold in the grocery store. What a moment. See, that's just the shit you'll never be able to, like, some of this shit they've tried to reenact, whatever. Dude, you'll never be able to, like, beat that moment. That was, like, I look back, I'm just like, damn, dude. That was just awesome television. Hey, do me a favor, man. Throw me a like on the stream, bro. If you're fucking with the show, throw me a like on the stream. I'm trying to get the likes up on the stream so more people see it. You like it more, it goes further. More people will see it. You know, I'm looking at the stream right now. We got right under 100 viewers, and I love that. But let's fucking get more. You know, let's do more, bro. I'm not going away. I'm gonna keep doing the show. So do me a favor, show some love to the stream, like it, and if you ain't subscribed, subscribe to the stream. If you ain't called, call me 504-265-0025. McMahon in the hospital. Yeah, Stone Cold when he pulled out the fake gun on Vince McMahon, that was another one. I mean, it's just too many, especially from that era. Just too many. Maybe I was just so, like, Stone Cold whooping Vince's ass in the hospital. Yeah, man. That's why I'm so hard on wrestling today, because they keep giving us the implication that they're going to go back to, being this edgy product, and they just don't. They don't want to. And I wish they would stop saying it's a new era and all this shit. It might be. But people got to get off of Triple H with, like, oh, he's going to take it to the next. He's going to take it back to what it used to be. No, he's not. Just because Triple H wrestled all them years in that era doesn't mean he's going to take it back. He's smarter than that. He knows the lawsuits that are involved, and he's not going to do that. They won't even let the fans say, holy shit. So whenever you want to know if wrestling is going back to being edgy, just watch that. And I don't want to hear that they're going to let it happen on Netflix, because they not. They just, dude, they don't want to do it. They thinking about everybody watching, whether you're a baby, an infant, a kid, a teenager, a young adult, a grown adult, an old man. That's what they think about every time they put on a show. Oh, yeah, dude, that's the moment, bro. How did we not say that? It's Mankind versus Taker, King of the Ring. Undertaker throwing. See, it's just so many moments. I can't believe I didn't respond. That's definitely the moment. And I was watching that live as a kid on the cable box, on the illegal cable box. If you know, you know. The illegal cable. My grandma had an illegal cable box. And when Cox came, she used to hide it, because they come check on the cable box that they thought was the one we were using. Well, we go hide the illegal cable box, let Cox come in, waste our time. We've been warring with Cox since the 90s. Because when them illegal cable boxes came out, Cox started sending people out to, what they used to say? To program the cable box. That's what program the cable box. Cox would come out. All they were really doing was seeing. They were sending somebody out to see if you had an illegal cable box, which everybody had one. At least on the set show, everybody had one. So we would just go hide our illegal cable box. Cox would come, oh, yeah, here's your little phony cable box. Yeah, it's working great. Get the fuck out of here. And then we put our illegal cable box back in there. We were watching everything, bro. Porn, wrestling pay-per-views, boxing pay-per-views, fucking everything on the. I talk about the illegal cable box all the time, because you know what? It means a lot to me. I wish I had one right now. By the way, if you just joined the stream, we're running at 6,000 video bitrates. Fuck Cox. On that AT&T fiber. This is the crispest HTM stream we've ever seen. And this is how we're going to have it all season. Not a single problem. Not a single drop in frame rates. If you didn't believe that Cox was criminals, you got to believe it now. Go back and watch the last however many years of live streams I've done and look at the difference. Biggest criminals in the world. Did not see Deadpool 3 yet. I want to. I love Deadpool. I do, man. I really do. It's one of my favorite, probably my favorite, like, what is that, Marvel? It's probably my favorite one. It's called Robbie. It's called Scrambled, Not Illegal. No, it was illegal, motherfucker. you couldn't have one. I remember that. Didn't see Twisters either. I'm not probably really as trying to see Twisters like I am Deadpool, because I don't even necessarily agree with remaking Twister. Twister was such a good original movie. Man, tons of good wrestling moments in the chat, man. Godly. You did have to be there, because you can't just tell young people about it, because they'll never feel it. You had to, and especially considering that we felt it on a whole different level. People who are younger now, like my man that was called in that was 22, we didn't have a phone to look at, social media, none of that shit. I share this story all the time. Bro, when Stone Cold got hit by a car in 2000 or whatever, I went to school the next day asking my buddy, bro, you think he's alive or dead? We had no way to, we couldn't look up nothing. I think the only thing you had back then maybe was Ask Jeeves. You go ask Jeeves if Stone Cold was dead or not. It was just a whole different level of entertainment. Now it's like you get entertained and then you go on the internet and you look at everybody's reaction to the entertainment or the story or whatever. Back then it was you watched it. That's the only time you could watch it. It came on Monday nights. And you had to speculate for 7 days amongst your peers. What happened? What's going to happen? What happens next? That was wrestling, bro. And that's when it was its most beautiful form. It really, and I'm not saying that to be an old time. I'm saying that because it makes sense. The phone ruins suspense. It ruins entertainment. It ruins storylines. It ruins babyface heel. It ruins breaking character. All that shit. Ruins it all. Takes it all out. Yeah, Ask Jeeves was before Google, and then Google came. I don't know what Ask Jeeves did, but man, Jeeves should have known. He could have really did something, and Google came and just took over the world. Throwing the belt in the river. That's another moment. Yeah, when The Rock threw Stone Cold's belt in the river. That was the Intercontinental belt. Vince's limo blew up. See, there was just so much shit going on, dude. The NWO drove an 18-wheeler into Rock. There was shit that would never happen today. It just would never happen. Anyway, I could talk about wrestling the whole fucking night. Just, dude, some more shit on Saints though, real quick. And this is from Nick Underhill, who has watched every camp and seen it. He quote said Spencer Rattler has had the best arm in camp. Spencer Rattler has had the best arm in camp. That he'll get a chance to start somewhere down the road, whether it's here or somewhere else. It looks like he's gonna get a chance to start. Hana and Rattler both doing good. Derek Carr supposedly having a solid training camp. Not as many exciting plays, but he's thrown a few long balls. He's thrown a bunch of short balls. Anyway, the most interesting thing that's going to happen this preseason will be that backup quarterback battle with Hana and Spencer Rattler, and that at Nathan Peterman's cut, which I never even understood why we really find out who the two is. Chase Young. That's another guy making waves. Chase Young has not missed a practice. This guy had neck surgery and has not missed a practice in training camp. Hasn't missed one. Looks like Chase Young could be huge. I know he's on a 1-year deal, but as long as he can stay healthy, looks like he could add a lot to the Saints defense. And also, again, the showtime for this show going forward is after every Saints game. So just keep that in mind. I know we've been doing Sundays 7:38. Rattler's going to make big – this is Ed in the chat. Rattler's going to make big plays. Hopefully it's here. Glad Winston's gone. Well, you in the minority as far as the people are glad Jameis is gone, but I do agree that Rattler is going to make big plays. Yeah, dude, Chase Young looks good. Dude looks like a transformer out there. I mean, dude really looks good. Looks fast. Looks like he's ready to sack. You know, if we get 7 sacks out of Chase Young, I'm happy. 8 sacks. 8 sounds better. 8 sacks out of Chase Young, I'm happy. 1-year deal. Get 8 sacks. 8 solid sacks. Oh, man. How much stock am I putting into Young considering he's going against our O-line? I'm gonna put pretty good stock into him because, okay, here's a guy that won Defensive Rookie of the Year, so you got to be decent to do that. So understand that whatever's happened the last couple years, from the Commanders to San Francisco, I know there's been some footage of him in big games, like kind of, you know, going half-ass, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, this dude won Defensive Rookie of the Year his rookie season. You can't just be trash to do that. That's like saying, hey, okay, you know, who's a rookie that we drafted that, you know, you could say, oh, if this guy won Rookie of the Year, he'd be great. I mean, think about that. Winning Rookie of the Year, you got to be decent. You can't just be no scrub. So he's got the talent. So it's how do you fit him into this system and, you know, get him to play hard because he's got the talent. This is Nola Wildcat. See, the thing is, your boy Carr full behind our line. Rattler was slinging behind the South Carolina line, taking licks. He got that dog in him. I think that's well said. Like, the vibe I'm getting is, like you said, Derek Carr, you know, his O-line ain't blocking. It's this big thing for a year. Oh, we got to get the O-line right for Derek, blah, blah, blah. He's, you know, going at McCoy during the season, whatever. But whatever, okay? Spencer Rattler's like, okay, yeah, I just got hit in the fucking mouth, but I threw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole different look, dude. This guy's a 5th-round pick. Carr's been in the league for years. He's been starting. He got paid. All this shit. Spencer Rattler's a 5th-round pick coming off a doubt. How many games they won last year at South Carolina? I know it wasn't, I mean, it was like a 500 season. Dude got hit the whole season. And people from South Carolina fans, a lot of them will tell you, you know, that he's mid. At least the ones I've heard from. So I don't know. He's got a lot of haters to prove wrong too. Just way younger guy, way different situation. But it's a good point. You know, this guy, he'll take licks and just keep throwing the football. That's what you want to see. Last year, just based off of last year, when Derek Carr took licks, depending on the situation, he kind of left the game. So then again, Derek Carr did play with a bunch of injuries. Remember, he played with like 4 injuries. And he even came out with like a 5th one or something after the season. I don't know. You never know what to believe. But Taysom did squat 625 pounds. Rattler was a projected number 1 overall pick 3 years ago. He's got the talent, chip on his shoulder. Could be a really big steal. I think that's kind of where we at. I think he's going to be a steal.
Hey, Mayo, bro.
Yo.
Big fan, dog. Just wanted to tell you, bro. I've been seeing you've been playing NCAA. I just wanted to say, man, I don't know if you play online, but fucking Quinshon Judkins, bro, that dude is something else.
Oh, really? You know, I've been playing a lot of Dynasty, but I just got the Ultimate Team, so I'm doing that. And I'm about to play online soon. I'm about to actually start streaming. I'm about to start streaming. I just got my monitor. It came in.
Oh, nice, man, nice. Yeah, bro. That dude spins like I don't know what, bro. You're gonna see whenever you get online.
it's just crazy.
Yeah, now that I don't have Cox, I can actually play like online games and not have to worry about my kicking meter. Because, when I had Cox, it was like the kicking meter never worked. Never could get it. So it's like it discouraged me. Now that I don't have Cox, it's like I know everything's going to be straight, so I'm ready to get online.
Fucking all right, bro. There you go, bro. But yeah, I just wanted to call and tell you that, bro. Just be on the lookout for that.
All right, cool, man. All right.
Yes, sir. Take it easy. All right.
Yeah, no, that's one thing you should notice that Spencer Rattler definitely has that dog. He's a competitor. Are we more excited about the Saints or the Pelicans, Jeffrey Williams? I mean, for me, it's always the Saints. Just a certain feel to it. Spread quarters.
Yes, sir. Take it easy.
You there? You sound like you're in the bathroom.
Yeah, no, that's one thing you should know is that Spencer Rattler definitely has that.
You got to call me back, and you got to turn the stream down. So when you call, you got to turn the stream down. Sound like you in the bathroom, too. So maybe finish your business and then call me. Here in good topics, wrestling, NFL, both predetermined. Jesus, Dom, I'd hate to sit down and have lunch with you, motherfucker. You like a big planet. You just spinning the whole day with conspiracies. One thing I never got down with is the motherfuckers who tell me that football and sports are predetermined. Not wrestling, I get that. The people that think football is predetermined are special types of people. Seriously. I believe that y'all deserve to go live in Antarctica or something and just conspiracy yourselves until y'all fall asleep. Y'all are unique people, man. Unique folks. Elo Holloway, not betting against. Yeah, I'm not betting against Max Holloway. I'm taking Max Holloway in that one. I had an awful weekend for betting with UFC. Just didn't work out. Didn't like the card. It was a boring card, but I knew it. I knew when Sanhagen was the main event, I knew that it was going to be boring. Sanhagen went from one of the most exciting dudes, flying a knee to your head, knock you out, to this guy is one of the most boring fighters in the sport. Trying to fight smart, and guess what, bro? It's done him no good. So if I was in Sanhagen's camp, I'd tell that dude to let it go, brother, as far as let your hands go, motherfucker. Let your legs go. Stop trying to... That Sanhagen downfall, it needs to be studied. Dude really thought he could point decision himself his way to the top. Get out of here, dude. That dude Sanhagen, go look it up. How many boring main events this dude's had in the last 2 years. It's crazy. Since he's knocked out Frankie Edgar, dude, all he wants to do is give boring main events. And they keep, dude, I guarantee it's the last time you ever see Sanhagen in a main event. Dana White don't put up with that shit. You just had a fight called UFC 304 last weekend where Dana White was so grossed out by it that he said he's never doing the 100,000 bonuses and shit like that again. And then they go out there to start the card. It was like 5-6 straight decisions, and the main event sucked. Get that out of here, dude. That was, and it was on ABC. Just a utter snooze fest. Sanhagen is so boring, bro. It makes me mad, dude. Why? I don't even know why. It makes me so mad, bro. I can't stand me a boring-ass, hyped-up fighter, dude. I can't stand it. Tony Ferguson, shout out Tony Ferguson, but in the most Tony Ferguson way possible, said he's going to leave one glove in the octagon. And he said he's going to bring the other glove home to his family. That's what Tony said. Dude, he walked out the octagon and he threw the glove straight to the fans. Tony is the funniest dude on the planet. Tony Ferguson. Michael Chiesa is like, yeah, I'm gonna give the octagon to Tony, thinking he's going to retire. Tony don't retire. Tony, bruh. This dude, Tony Ferguson, bruh. And it's sad, man, because he really had potential to be a champion. And it just never worked out, man. That Khabib fight falling through. Just never worked out for him. Shout out Tony Ferguson, though. What a legend. I don't like watching Tony Ferguson lose anymore either, man. I wish he'd stop. But I don't think Dana's gonna let him go. He's just a legend, so he can't. You know, Cowboy Cerrone kind of had a similar type run, but he was winning a little more. Tony ain't won in like 8 fights. I don't know. WWE promoted that Terrence Crawford fight for 3 straight weeks. Come to find out, it's the same time as SummerSlam. Yeah, I think it's the same people that own WWE. But, I mean, you knew Crawford was going to win that. You didn't have to watch that. Anyway. Again, we live. If you want to check this out live, it's on YouTube. You can look me up, HTM Live, or look up Holden Mayo, whatever. It's all going to pop up. So we on that. Also, Apple, Spotify, sub to HTM Live on Apple and Spotify. All YB Podcast on Apple and Spotify. RB and All Day is on YouTube here. If you ever want to go back and look at RB and All Day, all that's on YouTube. Anyway, we edging closer to the NFL season. So, you know, we got a lot to look forward to. We got new sponsors coming up. River Parish Disposal. Our business stinks, but it's picking up. Sponsoring the whole season of HTM Live football season. Burkhardt AC sponsoring the whole season of HTM Live, the football season. Blue Plate Mayo, whole season of HTM Live for the football season. So 3 fantastic fucking sponsors. 3 sponsors that I love. All people that own it, I love those people. So super excited for that. It's gonna be a great fucking football. It's gonna be the last caller tonight. Spread quarters.
Yo, Dev, do you pay attention to, like, I mean, obviously you pay attention, but, like, are you knowledgeable as much with the LSU and watch it, like, kind of off-season stuff as much as the Saints are?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we always talk a lot of Saints, and I forget we don't talk too much LSU. Like,
well, because it's
what
different.
Do you feel
College,
about the team?
So college is different for me. Like in the off, like LSU, their summer, what do you call it? Like that version of training camp, you don't get as much information as you do from like the Saints. You know what I'm saying? College is able to kind of keep it on locks. But once the season starts, oh, absolutely. And I've said it on this show. You know, more than anything, this first game against USC, it is the most fucking important game in Brian Kelly's career. You cannot lose another opener. So you have to win this game. So I can't wait to see it, man, because I'm expecting a win.
His ass is kind of on the line here in this game. I feel like there'll be a lot of questions if he would lose it.
Nothing pisses me off more than starting a college football season with a loss.
0-1.
It's not cool. It's
you
not.
have to dig out of a big hole.
Because college is, and I know we got the playoff now, so it's going to definitely help. But college, I mean, historically has been that, man, you lose a game, bro, you fucking kind of fucked.
Yeah. You're done.
So.
But they started their camp, and they've been looking good so far. Nussmeier and then Penn, and of course Perkins, you know.
Yeah.
Hercules.
Yeah, I heard he gained some weight, which is great. And then also Nussboss, baby, let's go, bro. One thing about Nuss is gonna sling the fucking rock.
Yeah, he's a little gunslinger. They said Perkins too. They're gonna play him. Last year, they tried to play him in like just the NFL position, but they're gonna let him do what he does the best, come off the edge, and let him play, you know, the star, the mic, some. So they're not just gonna, you know.
Well, that was the thing last year. They wanted him to try that out, and you know, it kind of. Don't get me wrong, he kind of came on at the end, maybe, but you know, let Harold Perkins be Harold Perkins, man. Don't.
Well, what's crazy is he had so many tackles. It would have looked like a good season for other people, but that freshman year, he literally won LSU like 2 games.
Yeah,
like that Arkansas game alone.
Yeah,
yes, he won the game as a defensive player, which is fucking insane in the modern football era. And so, like, of course, he looks like he fell off, but his season, if you look at his stats, any normal or any SEC linebacker would be like, that'd be a good season. But it was just that first season he was unbelievable. So I think we're going to get to see more of that because they're going to let him come off the end and just blow the game up, which is what he should be doing.
And Brian Kelly kind of looking out for him as far as like the pro perspective. Hey, learn how to play this and learn how to play that. I get it, but also, I mean, There's been so many guys from LSU that were edge rushers, that was skinny, what may have you, that went on to the pros and did great. I mean, look at Arden Key. Arden Key is still significant to this day in the pros, and Arden Key was possibly the skinniest edge rusher in NFL and LSU history. So, and
he was good. He was good.
What? Arden Key is still a problem. He's still a problem. I still see him pop up.
And they'll just put on some weight in college. You know, they'll get them right there. I mean, at NFL, my bad. They'll get them right there. Like when they go to the next level.
It's just like I get where Brian Kelly's coming from, like trying all that, and I get it. But at the same time, it's like, bro, we're not in position for all that, bro. We need to win, and we need to.
You're hired to win football games at LSU. Like you're hired to come here and win games. Like, but I guess to play devil's advocate back is like recruits see that and they'll be like, all right, you know, he's not just about winning games. You know, he cares about my future too. But he gave him, you know, one season. That's enough. Like, let him get the experience. But like, let's go win, man. You're supposed to come in here. We want championships.
Yeah,
we're not used to this crap defense.
You looking at last year, him trying to learn all that. He dropped down two. So he only, from the year before he had 7.5 sacks. He had 5.5 sacks last year. I mean, this year Harold Perkins should have 10 sacks. I mean, it should be like no question. So
throw like 3 forced fumbles on there too.
Yeah, he's
probably,
good for 3 forced fumbles. That's actually what he's good for, is those 3 forced fumbles. He's had that every year, and he's had an interception both years.
Come off the blind side. Yeah, I know. He was going to be. I feel like he's going to be a problem at the next level too.
I also feel like he's gonna wind up being a Falcon somehow. I don't know why I feel that way.
I kind of do too. I kind of do have that feeling like I feel like he would fit their defense.
I could see
really well.
Falcon, but then again, the Falcons don't know how to draft, so we'll see.
Yeah, they do some wild stuff. All right, last question. What do you think? Do you think we make the playoffs? And what do you think our record is?
Talking about the Saints?
No, LSU. Sorry. They played 13 games, I think, right?
I think LSU's a 3-loss team this year, so I don't know.
3-loss? Ooh, that's like right on the outside looking in, probably.
Yeah, I think they're a 3-loss team. Just being honest, the receivers aren't really totally there. The defense is in a revamp kind of. I think they're a 3-loss team.
And then everybody has the Saints going 8-9. You think we doing that? What you think we doing there for that record?
The over for the wins for the Saints is 7.5. I would take that. I think they win 8 games. I would take the over.
8-9. I feel like they're going to win 8 or 9.
Last year the over was 8.5. And a lot of people got burned on that. Well, no, I forget. I forget how many games the Saints. 8 or 9 they won last year, but you know, I think the over's safe this year. 7.5. I think he's safe.
Think we got it? All right.
I think he's safe.
Well, I'm gonna get out here for you. Who that?
All right, dude. Who that?
Go Tigers.
Jeffrey in the chat. If LSU beats USC, I think they start 7-0. They're not losing to Ole Miss in Death Valley. They lost to Ole Miss last year. I was at that game. That was a brutal loss. We were up by 10 with 2 minutes left or some shit. Dude, that was a brutal loss. I remember just driving back 5 hours listening to Dave Ramsey talking about my money, how to do my money. It was a sad ride. Yeah, the new kicking rules are weird. You're gonna have to get used to that for the NFL. And that Ole Miss game is going to be close. It always is, dude. It always is. That Ole Miss LSU, bro, that shit's always something else, man. All right, let me get out of here, man. It's been a great show. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for showing up. Appreciate it, man. Good conversations. Talked about wrestling, football, the Olympics. Shout out to USA, baby. Noah Lyles stepping up. Noah Lyles stepping up to bring our country to be the best fucking foot races on the planet. And I love that. Subscribe to HTM Live, whether on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, whatever. Really would appreciate it. And, of course, leave a like on the stream before you get out of here. But we will be back after the Saints play the 49ers on August 10th, which is in 6 days. I will be live as soon as the game ends, since that is a preseason game, and trust me, I'll be here. I'll be ready live. Phone line will be opened up. We can talk about it right away on HTM Live. Appreciate y'all showing up.